Victoria Winters has returned to 1967, although now I think technically it's 1968, but whatever, time begins to move again at Collinswood. Victoria Winters has returned from that Barnabas 1795 origin story, complete with bats. And I'm in the wrong outfit. 1795, welcome back to 1968, where things are going to get a little bit more trippy. Okay, so Barnabas is worried that Victoria knows his secret now that she's been to 1795, where he was made into a vampire, so he bites her. Barnabas, you OG vamp player, you. So they drive off into the night to get married. Okay, a little bit less player, a little bit more formal. As they're driving away, Victoria sees a man in the middle of the road, and who should it be other than Peter Bradford? She screams, slams on the brakes, and they crash their car, sending her and Barnabas to the hospital. At the hospital, Dr. Lang gives Barnabas a blood transfusion and momentarily cures him of his vampirism. That's all it freaking took? A blood transfuser? Damn, Julia, you're a bad doctor. Barnabas is overwhelmed with joy. This releases Carolyn from Barnabas's powers, and Julia feels relief that her trials and mistrust that Barnabas had towards her are now over with. Dr. Lang employs the Peter Bradford look-alike with amnesia, aka Jeff Clark, as his assistant in building a body. Dr. Lang spells Frankenstein really weird. So, long story short, he created a body and he plans to imbue it with life using Barnabas, who agrees because it will permanently end him of his curse. Whoa. Did somebody say end the curse? Angelique is not about this. So, Victoria buys this portrait in town and it's of Angelique. Roger becomes completely obsessed with it, and he disappears for a few days and returns married to a brunette Angelique. Sorry, Cassandra. Not me, Cassandra. Her, Cassandra. Different Cassandra. We're dressed alike, and it's awkward. So Cassandra Blair, Cassandra Leak, starts a dream curse that makes its way through the cast. Through sight and sound and faceless terror, through endless corridors of trial and error, ahead a blazing light does burn, and one door leads to the point of return. So Angelique eventually kills Dr. Lang, but not before he's able to bring the creature they call Adam to life. The dream curse makes its way to Vicky, who tells Barnabas the dream, which causes him to have it and awaken and be bitten by a bat. Again. He, however, does not turn back into a vampire because of Adam. As long as Adam lives, Barnabas cannot become a vampire. But don't worry, they throw that rule out the window, like every other rule they establish. So Cassandra Leak's brother, Nicholas Blair, is a, I don't know, witch? Demon? Bad guy. He's a bad guy. And he comes to town and has an evil plan of his own having to do with Adam. He wants to populate the world with made people? I'm not really sure what he wants to do. Well, but he wants to use Adam. And Nicholas is getting very angry with Cassandra Leak, who tries to kill Adam so that Barnabas can become a vampire again, and then he punishes her. We'll get back to that. So Adam runs away from Barnabas, Julia, and Willie, and he gets in trouble following the Frankenstein story that Mary Shelley wrote. He's aided by Sam Evans, who dies, and then he's aided by Professor Stokes, and then he's aided by Stokes and Carolyn, and he falls deeply in love with Carolyn. It's actually kind of sweet, although she, rejects him. Nicholas convinces Adam to force Barnabas into creating a mate for him that will be known as Eve, and Jeffster helps to build Eve. Cut back to Angelique, who's now Angelique and not Cassandra, and a vampire. Barnabas is human, Angelique is a vampire. What is any of the things and all the things and like sorry. What is this topsy-turvy world we live in, or rather watch? So she bites the local handyman, Tom Jennings, and she gets a little bit carried away and turns him into a vampire. And then Tom bites Julia, so Barnabas has to go and stake him. Then Angelique bites Tom's cousin, our local good guy, Joe Haskell, and Joe becomes completely obsessed with her, and he tries to kill himself, and then later he tries to kill Barnabas after, yes, Angelique bites Barnabas. But he doesn't turn, and that's what's important. And she also bites Jeffster, but that's this whole other thing that doesn't really get too far with. And then the entire storyline drops off the face of the Dark Shadows and is never really explained. Yeah. Okay. Moving on, I guess, because the writer sure did. Joe is kind of jelly, so again he tries to kill himself, and then he tries to kill Barnabas, because our local good guy had to be a local bad guy. Apparently, that's what Dark Shadows needed. I had one good guy, and you took him from me. Dark Shadows. Whatever. Okay, so Maggie ends up breaking up with Joe, which is just the most heartbreaking thing. And then she ends up getting involved with Nicholas Blair romantically, which is horrible because he's like, again, a devil, demon, witch, bad guy thing. And they kind of dropped Adam's whole storyline, and they threw in a line where Professor Stokes sent him away to get plastic surgery. Okay, sure, why not? That's a thing. And then Nicholas goes to hell. No, really, 1968 TV actually depicted him going to hell to chill with the devil. Sorry, Diablo. Okay, and then his plans fail. Nicholas disappears, no explanation. But don't worry, he will be back from hell. But more on that later. We need a Moon Knight movie. Thank you for watching.